Hello everyone again. I was at the shops today and I was doing a little shopping, and I was at Aldi, which many of you will know, and I just thought, you know what? I love coming to Aldi, and I thought the winter catalogue is out, so why not get one of those and head on home and do a little episode for everyone. So I also stopped by a different shop and purchased a little stand for my camera to sit on. So we're going to test that out and just provide a bit of a different angle. So yeah, welcome back. Tonight's episode is sponsored by a lovely chamomile tea in my tropical mug, which they go well together. It's a good combo, and it just helps me to relax, helps me feel relaxed, but also quite joyous, and makes me think of a holiday, I suppose. And whilst we are most definitely not on holidays, why not make it a holiday-like evening and just relax and enjoy what will be my first reading and testing out the new angle with the camera and the sound. So welcome back, and please enjoy, come along, maybe get yourself a tea. And yeah, so come with me and let's see what the winter catalogue has. Okay, so getting into it. We've got a little Aldi logo and some delicious looking winter fruits. Some look like it could be Candy Crisp apples there, maybe some Royal Gala, some beautiful white grapes, and some red grapes in there as well, some mandarins. And this lady has a massive pile of mushrooms. I really wish I could get mushrooms that big. And it says, get cozy this winter with our comforting, flavor-rich meals designed to be shared, savoured, and enjoyed all season long. So it looks like some good fruit and veg in this episode. Very colourful. I like this mountainous looking background. Looks like it could be Blue Mountains or something. Anyways, let's get into it. So carrots, $1.69, and our beautiful Hass avocados are coming back at $1.50 each, which is still a pretty hefty price, but it's worth it because we all know we're a bit tired of those really hard forget the name of the avocados now. But you know, the really hard ones that I'm talking about. We've got some tomatoes, some lovely mandarins, and corn, my absolute favourite. Love some corn with some butter and some salt, or even just some Nutella spread. Just gonna have a quick sip of my tea. The bag is coming along nicely there. Chamomile. Right. We have some Southwest style chicken pops and some chicken and corn schnitzel. Interesting. Just your meat. Aldi tends to have a nice variety in pork, lamb. I know myself, I've fallen victim to a delicious pork belly in the oven with my good friend. We've done that in the past, gone off to Aldi and just got one each. It's always a fun time. And these are all going on sale from the 3rd of June. Another wonderfully colourful page here with our winter roadmap. It says, join us on a journey of flavour where each recipe is a comforting stop along the way, guiding you from the first slow simmer to the final satisfying bite. And we have a wonderful array here of different fruits and vegetables. This gentleman and his lovely wife, who I presume are the farmers who picked all these lovely vegetables. I like these asparagus down here, down the bottom. They seem to just be having a good time. Oh, and there's a girl on the ukulele. Future wife, perhaps? Just kidding. And some more giant mushrooms, delicious. Thinking of a stroganoff now that I see all these winter vegetables. Delicious beef or chicken stroganoff would be a treat. And over here it says, from vibrant berries to earthy mushrooms, we'll show you how to get the best out of all your winter produce. So then we're moving on. I must say, this isn't the prettiest photo I've ever seen, but down here I've spotted something. And if you follow fellow chefs on YouTube, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about here, which is of course our French cartouche that we use while cooking to help seal in all the flavors and slowly simmer all the food, the delicious winter dishes. This cooking cream over here reminds me of one of my clients, Crazy Kelly, and he used to always get big, is it a bottle? A big container of cooking cream, and he'd put it in his potato bakes. He used to love making potato bakes in a pot that looked a little bit like this one. And he used to go, come on Sammy, let's go to Woolies. Let's go get the ingredients and we'll make our delicious winter potato bake. I wonder how he's doing. So, now we have some alcohol. An Aldi, I know, are fairly well known for the different varieties in alcohol. They have a Japanese, Korean over here. Never tried that. Green apple. Apple cider. They've got their cores, of course. That could be useful for a 4th of July celebration. Up at the lake house. Those would go down pretty nicely in a nice cool esky. Although I have to say, I don't overly love the taste. But it's definitely an American classic. My friend Ryan, he used to love those Coopers. Not sure if he still drinks them. Anyhow, it's enough of the alcohol. Just flipping over, we have the special buys display here, the cover story. It's quite a lusciously soft and plump looking quilt cover set there. And they have what we call an OT nightmare over here. Some bath mats. And I call them an OT nightmare because when you do home visits to especially elderly patients' homes, you always are asking for people to remove these as they are a very serious tripping hazard. I'm just going to turn off the computer fan. Here we go. Some lovely ladies here layered up. They've got their cozy layers. And this interesting looking cat in his little box. So we have sleeping products and supplements on this side. I like that they make it look really healthy with the berries and the passion fruit as well. Not really for me. I like to get my vitamins straight from the source. However, at $17.99, can't really go wrong, especially with these little sleep tablets. Not sure what all this stuff is. I don't really go for the protein shakes and things like that. Although in saying that, I am looking at finding some creatine, as I've heard that's really good, especially even for brain recovery. If you're a bit exhausted, helps with recovery. And I'd also like to start working harder in the gym, so I've heard creatine's good for that. Anyways, I digress. Kevy, miss you, bro. Cleaning products always remind me of you now, but I'm sure this is nothing on what you've got going over there. You've got your Omo. This one I recognize. We've got an Aegean organic cotton towels over here. That's $16.99. That's makes me wonder, what is the quality like? Or what is the thread count? That's what I want to know. I am in the market for a new bath towel, so this could be good. I'll have to have a look. There's an OT nightmare we spoke about before. They don't look that great, if I'm honest. We have some bath caddies over here and a little, what is this? Gee, it's a portable spiral drying hanger. These little extra bits, I don't really see the use in them. Although a clothes era, that can always come in handy, especially in the winter time. Over here we have a queen size quilt cover set. I don't particularly like the color, but I think that's sort of that's the style at the moment. Me, I like more of, I suppose I think it's a corduroy type finish. That's what I've got running at the moment. But they do look pretty soft and warm, which is nice. And pure wool, that would be very nice and warm actually, albeit a little bit itchy. A nice colourful quilt set. It's giving me old people vibes, but that's okay. We don't judge here. Let's see what else. Yeah, just all different colours, colour schemes. Sheet over here. Actually, I do believe it's time for me to replace my pillows, my pillow covers, and possibly sheet. I've had it for a little while, but I replaced it not too long ago. Over here we've got the cozy layers. Ladies are back in business. The lovely family portrait, that's giving me Godfather vibes a little bit. It's pretty cool. Then your undergarments, which we don't need to see, and some winter clothes. They've got got some gloves, but I can't see. Oh, they have leather or wool blend. That's pretty impressive. Leather gloves is interesting. Never seen that before. Over here we have the gents. We've got Zac Efron, Heath Ledger, Jack Robinson, the famous Aussie surfer, if you know him. Not really, but they look like them. So these look pretty cozy. Actually, I purchased some trackies. It's a trackie and 3/4 zip pullover, and I purchased those from Aldi recently, and they're actually very warm and comfortable. Not that this is a paid, it's starting to sound like a paid promotion, but absolutely not. We don't do that. So PJs, not a big PJ man myself, but I normally just wear some shorts, some exercise shorts and a shirt, but there's always time for PJs. These are on sale Saturday the 13th of June. And then we've got the boys in the undergarments. We don't really need to see that either. But these pullovers look pretty comfortable, I must say. Maybe a gift for Dad. Some furry friends. Looks a bit like my friend Tom's dog. When they're a bit older, they're only just a small little munchkin at the moment. We have down here some toys. Don't mind that fox. But I'm sure they'll be ripped to smithereens in no time. Here's that troublesome cat once again, doing all sorts of, getting up to all sorts of mischief. It holds up to 9 kilos. That's pretty high for a cat, I believe. I'm not sure how heavy they get, but 9 kilos seems pretty hefty. So you can put all sorts of cats in there. Moving on, have a heater and another fan heater over here that looks pretty subtle. And just your classic, just your 11 fin oil heater there. And it looks like your electric blankets. I never really thought I would get one just because I get worried catch on fire, which would not be fun. But you never know, maybe one day. Also, I get pretty hot at night, so I don't think I'd need one. And you've got a bit of a rip-off hoodie there. It's a hooded snuggle blanket. Some cute little friends over here. And it appears that's our last page. So I'm just going to shut this up. Anywho, just a quick thanks for coming along. It was a slightly underwhelming catalogue, I would say, just in comparison to ones in the past, because normally I am busting out of my seat to go there and buy something. I don't usually, but nothing really jumping out at me this time. But I think it's time for me to go and have a shower and get ready for bed, and I'm sure it is for you as well. So thanks again, and see you in the next one.